intimidation and bribery on the voting day, on the polling day, if we may talk about it that way. What are some of those measures that are needed as a way of reform, law reform, policy reform, to ensure that prosecution of those offences, voter intimidation, bribery, is taken care of?
Thank you. I think we've witnessed, we're not talking hypothetically, but practically we've seen in the previous elections incidences of violence, intimidation, harassment, voter bribery, and we're almost making it sort of look normal, especially voter bribery, for example. And you see, even in some places, you are told, the old ladies, mamas, they'll tell you, my vote is 1,000. So if you don't have 1,000, don't even talk to me. So it happens even in our rural areas. And I think, of course, there are many other factors that drive that. So we, as a commission, to ensure the integrity, to ensure the fairness of the electoral processes, so that people exercise their choices on free will, not out of being induced either by money or by some treats or by force through intimidation and threats. So we need to sort out this as a country. And therefore, when you look at the Election Offences Act, we need to look at those offences. Are the penalties in the Election Offences Act adequate? For example, I do know voter bribery will attract, for example, a fine of $1 million and maybe imprisonment of, I think, 6 months or 1 year, somewhere there. But anyway, my point is, are those penalties adequate? So we need to look at the Election Offences Act to see whether the penalties match the severity of these offences that are committed during elections. Number two, in terms of election security, how do we improve our election security around the election period, up to the polling and the declaration of results? So can we then ensure that we structure our security arrangements so that then our security officers are on there to arrest some of these situations, including the incidences of violence? So that then, of course, again, working with the investigative agencies. That's why we bring in the office of the DPP to prosecute, to investigate and prosecute some of these offences. Of course, I've mentioned working with our police to increase, but also more importantly, that's a bit of the hard approach. If we take the soft approach of being a peace builder, can we then take measures to ensure that we sensitize our populations on the counterproductiveness of violence, intimidation, and bribery, so that then we're able to explain to them, to educate them on the importance of avoiding some of these tactics that actually disenfranchise our populations.
All right. As a follow-up question, I hear you proposing harsher penalties and sentencing, measures. But I'm wondering, there is an existing legal framework today that seeks to deal with these issues.